Cage Minds, Micah Frankel. We're at the Jackson Wink Gym. We have Devin Clark with us. Tough 24 finale, December 3rd. Thank you for the time, sir. First off, how you doing?
Doing great. Just got done sparring, putting that work in.
Okay, and now, as I believe you've bounced back and forth between 205 and 185. We saw your octagon debut, 185. Get this out right away. This fight, Stansbury, I believe he's a 205er. You're going up a weight class?
Yeah, we took the fight on 5 weeks' notice, and it ended up being a 205-pound fight. So, I'm happy with that. I've gained some weight, in between my debut. My debut, I came out at 85, at 185, and that was my first cut in a while. First time cutting to 185 since I was a kid. So, it's gonna be fun being at 205, full power, full speed, and we're gonna have fun.
Not calling it a mistake, but would you rather see your future this way, or is this kind of a test to see what you feel against these other 205ers?
We'll see what happens. I'm not worried about their power or nothing like that. I train with beasts in here, so I'm not worried about the size difference. It's just wherever they want me to fight is where I'll fight. So.
From a run with RFA on the regional scene, going up to the UFC, Dana White's looking for a fight, your debut in your home state. I mean, you got one of the biggest ovations of the night at that event. Was it too much too soon?
I wouldn't say too much too soon. I just got really comfortable. I made a mistake, and I pushed the pressure a little bit, and I was winning my fight, but I didn't go for the win. Just to be honest, I didn't go for the kill, and that's what we're gonna get back to. We're gonna start ripping people's heads off. So that's the style I used to fight with, and that's what I'm gonna go back to. So it's gonna take no mercy now.
People talk about octagon jitters, and then, like I said, there was that ovation. It was your hometown. Mm-hmm. Was there any pressure, or was it surprisingly easier than you thought?
With the RFA, I had fought I think 4 or 5 times in front of my home crowd for RFA, and we'd pack into a smaller venue, and it was just as loud, if not louder, for that. So I was used to that. So like I said again, I kind of just got comfortable and complacent, I suppose. But I wasn't nervous at all, and maybe I need a little nerves or something like that.
So now, how did the transition down here happen? I mean, long way away from South Dakota. Now here in New Mexico, how'd you hook up with the Jackson Wink camp?
Well, that started before my debut. My manager Rick at Madeleine Management Services, he got a hold of the guys down here, Jackson Wink, and I came down here to try it out. Really liked it. I got some good training in with John Jones last time. We both had camps at the same time. So it kind of, everybody, I just clicked with everybody down here. And Ben Reeder, he fights for Bellator. We're same size, so we go at it pretty hard, and just good partners all around. But so for this fight, everything clicked last time, so I decided to come back, and I think this will be my home from now on out.
Looking to make a full-time transition out here?
Yeah, at least for my camps and stuff and whatnot. I have a family back home, so that's where the transition comes into being a little difficult. So, but we'll see what happens over time.
And now looking towards the fight, Josh Stansbury, what do you know about him and as an opponent? What do you think of his game?
It is what it is, pretty much. I don't see anything that I can't. I don't see anything that he can really beat me with. I mean, he's got a little bit of overhand right, something like that, but I know that if I use my skills the right way, then I'll have no issues with him. I'm going to rip his head off, like I said, coming for him.
From a wrestler to, I believe one of the things I read said was just looking to stay competitive to becoming a martial artist. What have you thought of this journey and how it's been different from your wrestling days?
It's been kind of crazy. I won junior college nationals when I was in 2009, I believe, and I never thought about doing MMA at all. And then college was over, and then I needed something to do, so I started doing MMA and found out that I can use my skills. And then I used to box too. I started boxing when I was 6 years old, so everything just kind of came back to me, and it felt just natural. So it was a natural thing to do, just kind of keep going with it, and then it just turned into a career. So
from having that boxing experience and that wrestling experience, what was the most awkward then part of transitioning? Was it trying to put the two together?
It kind of clicked. Well, actually getting comfortable with my striking in the cage. was the hardest part. And you know, it's been a journey, but you know, the more you practice it, the more you do it. Each fight, I get more and more comfortable. So now I love it. I love to kick and all that good stuff.
And now, having gotten a fight and getting that experience in your hometown with those kind of crowds, with a big show like RFA, what has that done to help your progression probably a little bit come faster than other people's?
It was a good molding. I mean, RFA did a good job. They tried to set that atmosphere, and they did a really good job. There's the cameras, there's the fans. You know, it was loud, big fights. You know, I got to fight for a title fight for RFA, and that was my biggest fight. And then so it was a pretty easy transition over to UFC just because they get you used to all that.
And what was that moment like? Getting the title wrapped around your waist.
That was beautiful, especially with Dana White in the crowd, and getting picked for the show, or just looking for the fight show. You know, it was kind of, at first I felt lucky, and then I had to remind myself I worked hard for this, and it's just goes to show, and the right people are there. You have to perform, and I was able to do it that night, and it's been a beautiful journey since.
So what's been your number one focus of something you want to change from your last performance to take with you into December 3rd?
I'm going to start finishing dudes. That's about it. I'm going to start finishing them however I need to finish them, whether it's on the ground, standing up, whatever. I'm going to break them and finish them. So that's the attitude I'm getting back to. That's how I used to be. This last fight I was a little too comfortable, kind of playing around with them a little bit, and those days are done.
So is there a different kind of mental kind of edge you have to take into this level of the game?
Yeah, I'm getting back to my mean old self that I used to be, and 'cause like I said, I've had it before, and then I think a lot of fighters experience this. Each fight, you try to switch it up a little bit and see what works better. Just experiment, and I feel that I fight better when I'm trying to hurt somebody, so that's what I'm going to try to do.
Devin Clark, thank you for the time, sir. Anybody you need a shout out to?
I got wife and my kid back home, Megan and Eden. I love them, I miss them, so I do this, for them. And then my manager, Rick at Madeleine, then my guys back at home, Next Edge Academy, and then of course the Jackson Wink guys here. Thanks to Forge Strength back in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You guys are awesome. Matt Nolan, you've done a lot for me, and thank you.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.